Hello, Panthers. I'm Evan Butcher, here to give you your Norton weather forecast for the school week. Today kicks off with a cloudy high of 76 degrees and a low around 51. It'll be a great day to be outdoors before the rain moves in. Tuesday brings us with a 50% chance of showers, especially later in the day. Expect a high of 69 degrees and a low of 60. Don't forget your umbrella. On Wednesday, it'll start off with a nice 35% chance of rain, with a high of 72 and a low of 59 degrees. A light jacket might be a smart choice. By Thursday, the skies will clear up with mostly cloudy skies, and we'll be looking for a high of 76 degrees and a low of 58. Then on Friday, we will finish up the school week with partly sunny skies, with our warmest day yet being 78 degrees and the low of 59. Perfect weather for heading outdoors for the weekend. That's all for the weather report for this week. Back to you in the studio.
Hey Panthers, it's time for your weekly sports update. First of all, the Panthers baseball team came out swinging and took down Woodbridge to boost their record to an impressive 15-2 overall and 8-1 in the MAC in boys tennis. History was made as the team secured their third consecutive MAC championship. Coach Phil Seens now holds 12 championship titles, and several players brought home individual honors. Lucas Foote is the first in singles champ, Caden Smeltzer took second singles, and Will Golf is your third singles champ. On the doubles side, Luke Martell and Zach Pickett claimed the first doubles title, while Aiden Crawford and Riley Kershazi finished strong as second double runner-ups. Congratulations to all our winners. And finally, in softball, the team faced a tough opponent in Holy Name and came up short on Thursday. Keep working hard, ladies. Your next win is just around the corner. That's all for your week in Panther sports. Back to you.
Hello, I'm Nolan Meyer, here to take you around the world in 60 seconds with important updates from all around the globe. For the first time ever, the Catholic Church has elected an American Pope. Chicago-born Robert Prevost, now Pope Leo XIV, brings experience from Latin America and vows to lead with humility and global unity. Secondly, in a controversial move just ahead of hurricane season, President Trump has replaced FEMA's acting head with David Richardson, a Homeland Security official. Critics warn this may undercut federal disaster response as power shifts to individual states. Finally, Carla Hayden, the first woman and African American to lead the Library of Congress, has announced her retirement. Appointed by President Obama, Hayden modernized the institution and expanded digital access. Her departure marks the end of a transformative age in U.S. cultural preservation. For more stories and updates, stay tuned for the May edition of the Panther Press newspaper. We'll see you next time.
Hello, I'm Jalen. Now we're taking a look back at some important moments that happened on May 12th in history. In 1970, MLB shortstop Ernie Banks hit his 500th home run, setting a baseball record. In 1994, Pulp Fiction, directed by Quentin Tarantino and starring John Travolta, Uma Thurman, and Samuel L. Jackson, premiered at the Cannes Film Festival. In 2017, former One Direction singer Harry Styles released his self-titled debut solo album. And that's what happened today in history. Have a great day, Panthers!
Thanks, Jalen. Before we go, the lunch menu for the week will be displayed on your screen, so make sure you check it out. That is all for this week's episode of the Panther Press News Broadcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode.
Go Panthers!
Go Panthers! Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Panthers. Here is the Norton Panther Press's news broadcast's first annual coverage of the Norton Senior Prank Day. As you can see behind me, there are still some silly string remnants of what has happened to the school. Now, if you follow me this way, you can still see the big sailing boat that was parked out in front of the Panther statue. What were your thoughts on the Senior Prank Day?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Where's your parents? Kid's sketchy, man.